Hello again everyone, welcome back. This is the front yard, and I've got a rare unboxing video courtesy of Neil from Cool Climate Tropical Fruits YouTube channel. Check out his channel, but he's been kind enough to send me down some really cool stuff. Now I've just opened the box and very wrapped with what's inside. I'll go through it with you now. So there's some very cool stuff in here, and firstly we got the Jerusalem artichoke, which will be great to try here. And I'll just show you this. We've got a yellow mega dragon fruit, the sweet spiky one. Nice cutting of that, which I don't have, and I'll just show you where I'm thinking of putting that. So my current yellow, which is a Aussie Gold, which is a completely different variety, is a graft on top of a Vietnamese white, just there. And when I grew this up the trunk, I left another branch there. So I'm thinking to graft the yellow onto that, and then out there, and it'll come over the front. So I'll do that today or tomorrow. Don't want to dry it too much, but I think that should work. Alright, so now we'll look at the smaller stuff. Here we have a cutting of a pinky Eureka lemon, which I'll graft onto my existing potted Eureka lemon today. Beautiful, thanks for that, Neil. And here we have a red apple, another nice cutting, and I'll graft that onto a golden delicious. And this is a sunrise lime. So where I'm thinking of putting this is over here onto this blood orange, and perhaps on that branch there, so we can have a blood orange and a sunrise lime on the one tree, which gets full sun too, that one. Alright, so now we'll take a look at these awesome seedlings. First we've got a Patanga tuber, which I hadn't heard of until recently, but now that I've looked it up, I don't know why I hadn't known about them before. They look really, really good. And hope I pronounce this correctly, a Nangapaya, which reading up about it last night is similar to a cherry of the Rio Grande, but completely self-pollinating, whereas the Rio Grande benefits from another tree next to it. So I'll just show you where I'm going to put these two. So this is the pond area, which has been used in the planting. We've got a white jabbo that I'll train to overhang the pond. We've got a rare type of cha-cha over there. We've got an in-ground one over there, and an ice cream bean going up through there. But along this wall here I plan on creating a little edible hedge. I've got two cherry of the Rio Grande in there, and they're not a big tree, so they'll get to a couple of meters, and the Nangapaya will replace that chili bush there. And next to that will be a midgeonberry, the native. So I'll have an edible hedge which will protect from the afternoon sun, which comes right through this corner here, and that'll help protect the cha-cha over there in the corner, which should fill out that corner. It's actually a bigger area than it looks on the camera, but down this way they're not going to get too big anyway. And for the Batanga tuber, which is that one, this bog filter that filters the pond currently is going to come out, and the Batanga tuber will go about there, and then a black sapote will go there. So that's where those two are going to go. And lastly, this is incredibly generous of Neil to give me this. He could have got over $300 for one of these. This is something I've always looked at online but never been able to afford one, and it's a grafted Sabara variegated Jaboticaba. Check that out. He's done a good job with that, and like I said, incredibly generous. This plant will be treated like a pet. It'll get well looked after, I can assure you. I'll keep it in a pot for many years. I'll just go and get a black velvet that was planted in 2018 and just show you the difference in growth and how slow they grow down here. So there's a black velvet, and you can see there 7th of the 2nd 2018, and that's the growth. So it was generous of Neil to send this, not just for how much he could have sold it for, but also he's taken a big branch off his own variegated tree. So you look at that, that's a 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old plant, and imagine just coming along and snapping one of them branches off and giving it to someone. Very very grateful, Neil. Thanks, mate. Okay, so on Neil's advice, I'll leave these next to the pond for a few weeks, and I won't give them any direct sunlight because they've been in a greenhouse up at his place, and on the day that they left to come here in the mail, he had -6, and it felt colder than that. So they'll have to take a while to get acclimatized, and definitely no direct sun. So I'll look after them very well. So here's another example. I got this as a seedling from Doug at Doug's Urban Farm in Queensland. He's got a YouTube channel, and that's a Guiu, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's a plant that's very, very hard to find in Australia unless you know someone. So or you can buy them, but there's usually a long waiting list. But that's doing great there in that corner. It turns into quite a big tree, I think, over many years, but it's in a very sheltered spot next to the fence there. So there's an update for you, Doug, on that one. So just a side note, as I go wandering around the garden, that YouTube's been great for people in the edible growing community, passing on knowledge and tips and cuttings and plants. And yeah, I started this garden I think in 2021, maybe late 2020, so 4 or 5 years ago, and I wouldn't there's no way I would have known what to do with all this stuff without input from comments and things on the channel. And yeah, it's been great. So thanks again, Neil, from Cool Climate Tropical Fruits on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.